Planet Vero Studios, brought to you by Evergreen Media, creating cohesive marketing campaigns. Evergreen Media in Vero Beach.
Welcome to the Lori Davis Show, where it's all about the amazing lifestyle on our Treasure Coast. And here's your host and realtor for life, Lori Davis.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Lori Davis Show, sponsored by Dale Sorensen Real Estate. We couldn't do this without them. We love them. They're a fabulous real estate company here in this town. They've been here since 1978. It's an amazing company. It's a boutique firm, and part of what we're going to talk about today is, you know, when you work with us, all of the funds and things that are done, the money that is made stays in the county. And that's really super important. It's super important to Mr. Sorensen. It's really important to us here at Dale Sorensen Real Estate, and I think it shows. And part of our guest today is going to tell you that they like to keep everything in Indian River County as well, which I think is fabulous. We certainly have a lot of needs here in this county, and we respect it, and we all love what we do. It's Florida. It's April. The water is warming up. I had a couple different temperature guides for it because the ocean has been beautiful. It's crystal clear. It's very Caribbean, but they're saying it's only about 76 degrees. So I'm not getting anywhere near that. I'm more of like a June 82 to 83 degree temperature swimmer. But for those that like it, they say that if it's really hot out, 76 degrees is the perfect temperature to swim. So get out there and do that. It's still 70s on the outside. We've got some nice weather. We've been experiencing some rain here lately, which is, we needed it. God knows we needed it. The whole place was dusty and it needed a good scrub. There are car carriers are coming back, so we know that there are people that are seasonal people, and they take their cars and they go back home, and they have homes up north, and they spend their summers there and the fall, and then they'll come back to us next fall, late fall. So we love that. Weekends, we still got to go to the Oceanside Farmers Market. It's still super well attended. They've got veg, they've got food, they've got orchids and breads and fish and meat and just music, and it's just kind of a fun thing, even if you don't buy anything, to kind of cruise around on that ocean side. It's really in front of Hummiston Park. It's a great spot. I go down there, and sometimes I don't even buy anything, but I just enjoy it. And you're going to run into people that you know, so it's a social event as well. It doesn't cost anything. You got friends in town, take them down. It's a really kind of neat thing to do in town. Real estate by the numbers, Dale Sorensen Real Estate. Year to date, we have sold $203 million, and that's 18% of the market share. That is 289 units that have been sold from January 1 to today. Now, the next closest is $183 million in sales, or about 16% of the market share. Last year at this time, because I always think it's interesting to compare what last year was. Last year, 2022, in the beginning of it, was still very much part of that post-COVID purchasing. We had done $261 million last year, so that's a significant difference, and had sold 423 units of product. So, and those are houses and condos. This is all just residential. So we're down about 23% versus 2022. So things are slowing down, and that's okay. I think there's more. There's pace to the business. There are buyers out there that are looking, but they're not overpaying. There's not the zealousness to and the rush and the multiple offers. So we're getting more to a normal market, which would have been back at 2018 or 2019. In the last 7 days, there were 101 closed sales. That's still pretty brisk. That's really good. We had 109 new listings here in Indian River County. And one of the things I noted was 94 price reductions. So if you're coming out and you remember what prices used to be, you have to understand we're not where we were. If the market is down, if sales are down 23%, we're probably down price point somewhere in that same market. So if your neighbor was at this number, you might have to price yourself 20% less than that. Working with your realtor who can do the analysis. We at Dale Sorensen Real Estate have amazing tools. That's where all of this information comes from, to really get it priced right. If you overprice it, okay, the first 2 weeks of your rollout that you come out are the most important, because people will say, well, let's just try it high and then we can lower it. Well, the first 2 weeks is the most important. So I say, bite the bullet in the beginning. Don't wait to do a price reduction. Call me, Lori Davis, at 772-538-1828, and we'll discuss this. But it's a strategy. It's the right thing to do. And if you really want to sell, if that's what you're trying to do, it's a very, very important thing that you must do. So we always have a cocktail sponsored by Chef Scott Baricchio at Citrus Grill House. Our beverage of the day, we're going ham. We're going Carrie Bradshaw as our guest mentioned today. We have a Cosmopolitan. It is fabulous. Of course, it's vodka. It's kind of an orange liqueur. You squeeze a lime in it and cranberry juice. But if you can see the color, not much cranberry there, Alex. Alex is the one that makes our cocktails for us for the show. It's very delicious, but one little sip and I could already feel a buzz, but I haven't had anything since lunch. So let's see. Absolutely delicious. We love it. We love it. Thank you, Chef Scott Baricchio, for providing us with our beverage of the day. You've got to go see them. They're at 1050 Easter Lily Lane. They're right there at Humiston Park, directly on the ocean. That's where that restaurant is. People later go, where's Easter Lily Lane? But it's right next to Humiston, and it is gorgeous. They serve lunch and dinner. They're open Monday to Saturday. Fabulous food. Anything, if it's not fresh, they're not going to serve it. And I had last night, Jim and I went and had an appetizer at dinner time. It is an asparagus over lemon aioli with crispy shallots and an egg, like a hard-boiled egg, but it's still it was the most amazing thing. I can't wait to have it again. So anyway, thank you, Chef Scott Baricchio. We sincerely appreciate it. Everybody go on over to Citrus. Enjoy it. Bring your guests. It's you can go there multiple times a week. There's always something different and special there. So thank you, Chef Scott. Say hello to the staff. They're wonderful over there as well. Today, we're here to discuss the United Way of Vero Beach. Okay. Our esteemed guest is Deana Shatley. She is the Director of Community Impact. Let's welcome Deana to the show. Hi, Deana.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I'm so excited. Can I get some? Thank you. You gotta get the applause in there. I mean, it's so nice to have you. I'm really appreciate it. I know you guys are super busy, so taking time out of your day. And we were just talking before the show how many things you have going on, but that's why I tape at 4:30. So it might just be the end of your day,
yes.
and that's good.
Yes.
So we appreciate that. Now, the United Way, if you're not familiar, everybody knows it, but do you really know what it's about? I thought I knew, but I didn't know. I mean, I went to their website today. Okay, they're responsible for programs that improve education, health, and financial stability in Indian River County. So I wanted to say, because we were talking about it, all the money stays in Indian River County. This is super important because everybody thought, and there were times where, the media was saying, oh, the money's going to corporate somewhere and there's some big shot with a big salary. And that very well may be true, but our money's staying right here. And I think that's really important. So when you're considering where to donate, I think the United Way is a good thing. Deana, I watched the videos on your website and I had tears in my eyes. It was a letter from Alice, and Alice is a program.
No, Alice is, it's a report that comes out annually.
Okay.
And what it is Alice is an acronym that stands for Asset Limited, Income Constrained, Employed. And those are the individuals in our community that are living paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
So these are the individuals who are our cashiers, our essential workers, the people that we are running into every single day that are just making ends meet.
Yes.
They make too much to get assistance. They're too much to get maybe childcare assistance,
Yes.
or maybe state assistance, but they're not making enough to be able to be financially stable. So they're not making enough to have a savings or they're making hard choices every day, whether
Right.
it's to pay for their childcare, pay for their cell phone, pay for their insurance. So that is the target population of the programs that United Way funds. We
Right.
really focus on that community
Yes.
because those are the individuals that are really making Indian River County run smoothly
Yes.
and need the most support in our community.
They literally, I mean, this is, and this is a really problem because they're working. They're doing what
Yes.
was right. They're working two
Yeah.
jobs. You already got a two-job family, and maybe somebody's having to work a third job. And then the thing that comes up, if the car breaks down.
Yeah.
An insurance company calls and says, you need a new roof.
Yes.
These are the people that this could be a devastating event for them.
They're one crisis away from financial disaster.
One crisis away. I mean, literally, I have goosebumps.
Yeah.
It is frightening. It's literally a frightening situation. And you go to the website. What is your website that they can go
It's
to?
UnitedWayIRC.org.
Go and watch these Alice reports. I mean, these are stories people are reading about the people that have been involved and what it's like. And you can't believe it. And they're doing everything right. And, you know, a lot of people, one of them talked about their family came here to get a better life for their family. And she's one generation off and she can't even do what her parents did. She can't buy a house and she's doing everything she can. And it's not just Alice as a female, because there are guys too. But you definitely need to see that. So part of the focus of the United Way is to direct people to the resources they need to thrive and sometimes survive in the community. Tell us about some of the services that you offer to the community.
So United Way, we provide a few services in-house. Most of the work that we do is we do support programs in the community that are meeting the needs of the individuals that are living here under education, health, and financial stability. We do run the VITA program every year, which is a volunteer income tax assistance program. We just finished that up since tax day just ended. But we have, I think we had a total of 33 tax preparers this year that helped individuals who were in that Alice population.
Right.
You have to meet a certain threshold of income, and you get free assistance to prepare your taxes. So these are individuals that maybe can't afford to go to an H&R Block or have a tax preparer, but these are trained, IRS-trained tax preparers that are helping them file their returns. So we just ended that. So that is a service that we do provide in-house. That is a United Way program. But ultimately what we do is we do direct individuals when they call. We send them to the right areas to help them get the resources they need. But ultimately, what we do is we really are supporting the organizations in our community financially. We obviously, take donations in. We are, in one aspect a fundraising organization. But we have our backbone is the community impact. So all the donations that we do bring in throughout the year, we utilize those to fund programs in our community to serve the individuals that live here in Indian River County.
Right. Now, again, I don't mean to say I watched a bunch of videos today, but I was working. I was doing my research for the show. But I saw a video with Jeff Peterson, your United Way board chairman, and he said that you fund organizations that help others. So, and another one that I saw said, like, after the hurricane, people came to you and you guys were able to say, okay, you need to go over here for this assistance and you need to go over here. So people would come to you. Can you give us the name of some of these places that you might direct somebody to?
So after a disaster, so after a hurricane, if something was to happen and the EOC needed to activate to help people, with emergency situations, United Way becomes the volunteer reception center. So we are, so people do come to us if they need assistance, they need to be directed to get tarps or they have a tree down, things like that. So we kind of gather all of the volunteers to help go out into the community. So those are some of the services we provide after a disaster. But within our organization, some of the organizations or the other agencies that we fund organizations like Early Learning Coalition of Indian River, Martin, and Okeechobee, Child Care Resources, Mental Health Collaborative, as well as Mental Health Association, Treasure Coast Community Health, United Against Poverty. So we fund 45 programs within 36 agencies
Wow.
in our county.
I don't think anybody knows that. I really, no, I do. I mean, I think everybody thinks you take the money in and you do it yourself.
No.
But you definitely
Can't do it alone.
No. And you're not good at, not everybody's good at everything. You can't be good at everything. You just finished up your citizen review panel for grants. So tell us a little bit about that process.
Sure. So one of the things that United Way prides itself on is that all of our funding decisions are made 100% by volunteers. So the staff is not making the decisions of where these dollars go in the community. We utilize volunteers. So what we do is we go out and get volunteers within the community. So these are members of our community that are knowledgeable in finance, that are interested in what's happening in the community, are part of other nonprofits, or just have a skill set. We have a lot of retired individuals that like to participate in this process. And so what we do is we take these volunteers, we train them, we do an orientation, and then we create panels where they go and they review the applications of the agencies that are seeking funding for programs to serve the community. And then we go out on site visits. So the last 2 weeks, we took our panels, we took our volunteers of 12 to 15 individuals and went out and did site visits. And they really do that deep dive into these grants, and they're asking the questions of these organizations about the programs that they're providing and what is the impact they're making on this community. And then those panels help decide what programs are going to be funded. So we are in our next step of that. So it moves on to a small community committee of volunteers that led those panels. And they kind of work through what those funding recommendations are going to be. And then the final funding is approved by our board of directors. So it really is 100% volunteer-based funding into the community. So our staff is not making decisions on where the dollars go in this community.
It's a long process.
It's a long process.
And it's an annual process that you do every year. And is there, do you every year have the same amount of money, or no? I would think not, because you're raising money every year. So, I mean, can we ask what we have this year to give away?
Actually, we do not know yet.
Okay.
So every year,
we're still collecting.
What we're allowed to, what we are able to allocate is based on our annual campaign. So every year is different. And so we don't have our final numbers yet because our campaign hasn't ended. So we still are still getting that information in. And then
you can still make a donation to the United Way.
Absolutely. And you can do it online. And you can also call our office, 567-8900, and speak to someone in our fund development department. And they can take a donation over the phone, or you can stop by our office.
And then your website again is?
UnitedWayIRC.org.
Okay. And when does the fundraising end?
You're asking me all the questions. So I believe it's the end of June, because our funding, we go July through June is our fiscal year. So for it to be able to be utilized in this funding cycle.
And for those that want to donate, is it a 501c3? Is it tax deductible?
Yes.
100%?
Yep.
100% tax deductible.
We are a nonprofit, yes.
All right. So, some people of you guys have done an extension on your taxes, and you might need another little bit, like, if I need to give away just another little bit of money to get this to even, so you don't have to give it to the government, give it to the United Way. Listen, we pay for this by doing commercials. We have to take a break, but we'll be back with Deana Shatley from the United Way. See you in a minute.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day.
At Sunshine Furniture, we've been the outdoor furniture experts for over 30 years and carry the largest selection of patio furniture, all made in America. Hundreds of styles, colors, and fabrics to choose from in outdoor wicker, aluminum, and recycled plastic from Lloyd Flanders, Polywood, Berlin Gardens, O.W. Lee, Windward, Woodard, Telescope, and others, all made to withstand our Florida climate, in stock and ready for you to enjoy. Right now, we're having a spring sale on selected groups, and also all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. We also specialize in replacement cushions, umbrellas, beach chairs, outdoor rugs, and fire pits. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1, Vero Beach, next to Planet Fitness. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day. Sunshine.
Start your day with fuel in your tank with breakfast at Marsh Landing. You'll love our biscuits and gravy, sweet potato pancakes, or eggs Benedict with a fried green tomato. And how about a mimosa or a Monster Bloody Mary? It's breakfast, old Florida style, at Marsh Landing in Fellsmere.
Time to take on those spring projects. Sturgis has lumber, hardware, and paint supplies. And for convenience, no one beats Sturgis. Just a stone's throw away from Indian River Boulevard and the island. 4645 US 1 Vero. Sturgis Lumber and Hardware. More than just lumber.
Hi, this is Willie Miller, host of Arts Blast on the Air. Listen to my show to learn about the people and events that make up our great arts community. Tune in to Arts Blast on the Air with me, Willie Miller, Sundays at 7:30 p.m. on your weekend home for Planet Vero Radio, Real Radio 1017.
Hi, guys. It's me again. You know, I used to talk about real estate at this point in the show, but I really like my guests so much better that I don't think I need to hawk real estate at this point. The reason why people are living in Vero Beach and the reason why people come here is because of the community that we live in. And the community that we live in, one of the things, and especially talking about the United Way, we have the most amazing benevolent community. Do you agree, Deana?
Yes.
That people just really, I mean,
they want to support this
want
community.
to support, and they are wonderful. And there's a lot of people here who, fortunately, are very fortunate, have had very, very successful careers in their lives, and they continue to support organizations like the United Way. All right, we have a fundraiser coming up because you still do your fundraisers, and we're always trying to raise some money. The Citrus Golf Tournament at Grand Harbor Golf and Beach Club. Tell us a little bit about that.
So we do an annual golf tournament. We had to shift this past year to a Monday, but we are back on a Saturday.
Yay.
So that's going to be on June 17th at Grand Harbor Golf and Beach Club. Registration will be at 8:30 and shotgun at 9. I'm going to act like I know what that means, but I'm not a golfer.
That's okay.
But I know,
it means everybody goes off at the same time.
And so with that is a fundraiser for United Way, and those dollars do go help to support the funding of the programs in our community.
Right.
And so there's still some sponsorship opportunities.
Yes.
You can play,
Yes.
or you can donate a raffle item as well.
Right.
And you can do all of those things by contacting the United Way office at 772-567-8900 and speak to Sydney Mihailoff. And her extension is 117. So she's the one who's responsible for the golf tournament. So if you want to come out and play, if you'd like to sponsor, we have tee signs available. Or if you just would like to donate a raffle item, you can do that as well.
Right. Are we, so they can go online. So do you still need golfers? Are you full? Because you will have, you'll
They still
close
need
out.
golfers.
Okay. Do you need a lot of golfers?
I don't know the number, but Sydney can tell you exactly.
Okay. All right, Sydney. We got to get with
Yes.
Sydney to find out what we need.
Yes.
I've played golf Grand Harbor, and I want to say that it was the United Way, and I played with my husband and two other guys. It's a really hard golf.
Yeah.
It's a hard golf course, but you need to do it. We don't have much time. You have a Friday. You have a special event.
Yes.
At the end of this week on Friday. Tell us a little bit about that.
So this Friday is our thank you event for our donors, our funded partners, and all of our volunteers. So we're doing a big block party in conjunction with Sailfish Brewery on the beach side on Flame Vine.
Yep.
And one of the things that is so exciting about this event is it is going to be kicked off at 5. It starts at 5, but at 5:30 there's going to be a tricycle race with our torchbearer donors. So some of our largest workplace donors are going to compete on tricycles. They have teams. We have 9 teams that will be riding some little tricycles down Flame Vine in hopes of winning a trophy and becoming the United Way torchbearer
trike winner. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. You know what, Deana Shatley, thank you so much for coming. I think a lot of people have learned a lot more about the United Way today. And if you guys need any information, 772-567-8900. There's, you've got the Friday special event. They're going to close off Flamevine, aren't they?
Yes. Yep,
Okay.
yep. And you can, information is on our website. It's on our social media.
Yes.
And you can always call the office if you would like more information or to RSVP.
That'll be great. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. We're glad you're with us this week. We'll see you here again next week with someone. But Deana was fabulous today. Don't forget, send your money. The United Way. It's here in Indian River County. That's why I stay. Keep it here. Be safe. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.